French President Emmanuel Macron will address the nation tonight. His message comes after a day of political upheaval. Prime Minister Michel Barnier's government collapsed earlier today. A no-confidence vote toppled the government. This marks the first such occurrence in over 6 decades. The nation waits anxiously for Macron's response. His leadership is crucial in this time of political uncertainty. Macron faces the daunting task of uniting a fractured nation. The political climate is tense. Divisions run deep within the National Assembly. The upcoming address is a pivotal moment. Macron must reassure the public and outline a clear path forward. The president's words carry immense weight. He is expected to address the reasons for the government's collapse. The controversial budget measures proposed by Barnier will be a key focus. These austerity measures faced strong opposition. Both ends of the political spectrum voiced their discontent. Macron's address is a crucial step in restoring order. The nation needs reassurance. The president must outline a plan to navigate these turbulent times. The world watches as France grapples with this political crisis. Michel Barnier's government met an abrupt end. A no-confidence vote in the National Assembly sealed its fate. This dramatic turn of events sent shockwaves through French politics. The catalyst for this unprecedented event? Barnier's proposed budget for 2025. The budget became a lightning rod for discontent. It contained a series of austerity measures. These cuts aimed to address France's economic woes. However, they sparked outrage across the political spectrum. Critics argued the cuts would disproportionately impact the most vulnerable. Opposition to the budget was swift and fierce. The far right denounced the measures as harmful to the working class. The left condemned them as an attack on social welfare. Even members of Macron's own party expressed reservations. The stage was set for a political showdown. Barnier's attempts to salvage the budget proved futile. The no-confidence vote delivered a fatal blow. It exposed the deep divisions within the Assembly. The government's collapse plunged France into a state of uncertainty. The political landscape remains fractured. The search for a new prime minister begins. President Macron faces a formidable challenge. He must find a candidate capable of uniting a deeply divided National Assembly. The task is daunting. No single party holds a majority. The political landscape is fragmented, with various factions vying for power. Macron must navigate these treacherous waters carefully. He needs to appoint a prime minister who can bridge the gap between the left and right. Failure to do so could have dire consequences. Political deadlock could paralyze the government. The legislative process could grind to a halt. Adding to the complexity is the rise of fringe parties. The far right, led by figures like Marine Le Pen, has gained considerable ground. Their nationalist rhetoric resonates with a segment of the population disillusioned with the status quo. Their influence cannot be ignored. The selection of a new prime minister is crucial. It will determine the direction of the country. Macron's choice will have far-reaching implications. The stakes are high. The future of France hangs in the balance. France faces a period of profound uncertainty. The collapse of the government has exposed the fragility of the political system. The National Assembly, tasked with representing the will of the people, is deeply divided. Reaching a consensus on crucial matters seems increasingly difficult. This political deadlock threatens to paralyze the country. Important legislation could be stalled. The government's ability to address pressing issues could be hampered. This uncertainty could have a ripple effect, impacting everything from the economy to social cohesion. The rise of populism and anti-establishment sentiment adds another layer of complexity. Fringe parties, capitalizing on public discontent, have gained a foothold in the political landscape. Their presence injects an element of unpredictability. Their agendas often clash with traditional political norms. The specter of political instability looms large. The possibility of early elections cannot be discounted. Such a move could further exacerbate divisions. The French people, accustomed to stability, face an uncertain future. The political crisis unfolds against a backdrop of significant challenges. France, like many nations, is grappling with the economic fallout from the COVID-19 pandemic. Growth remains sluggish. Unemployment remains stubbornly high. The war in Ukraine has added to the economic woes. Inflation, fueled by rising energy prices, is eroding purchasing power. Social unrest simmers beneath the surface. The rising cost of living is putting a strain on households. There is a growing sense of inequality. Many feel left behind, their concerns ignored by the political elite. The new government, once formed, will inherit these challenges. Addressing them will require decisive action and a willingness to make tough choices. Failure to do so could have dire consequences. Social unrest could escalate. The economy could further deteriorate. France stands at a crossroads. The decisions made in the coming days and weeks will shape the country's destiny. The world watches, hoping for stability and a return to normalcy. If you like the content, don't forget to support us by subscribing to the channel and activating the bell button to receive all that is new.